Right, here we go. Welcome to week 33. Okay, so this week was this week I learned how hunger is not consistent. let me just say that straight off. What works one day will not work the next. Well, in my situation, okay. So, just basically, what happened was the nutrition plan that I had going into the week. Just so that I'm clear, the electrolytes stayed the same, right? So I was drinking the electrolytes each day. It was just I had the Haribo style sweets and some chocolate milk, yeah, and that was my nutrition during the ride only, yeah. Not talking about before or after, right? So days 1 and 2, everything stayed on point. Days 3, 4, and 5, this is where I definitely strayed, shall I say. Just what I found was eating the same thing, yeah, having those sweets, having the chocolate milk, especially during the heat. It wasn't pleasant. And there's one thing that I've definitely found is when you're pushing yourself, this hard, having like any little uncomfortable or annoying things just amplify so much. So I already know as soon as I start feeling like that, then something needs to change, because if I continue, then I'm only going to get into a world of shit, basically. So that's point number 1 of this week. Nutrition isn't consistent in extreme temperatures, right? Okay. The positive thing that came out of this was that my mental stability definitely improved. Okay, let's just say that. I'm certainly not saying that it wasn't difficult. It was difficult, right? But there was like a calmness in my mind, right? Which, like I said before, days 3 and 4 are typically the worst days for me. That's when fatigue really grabs hold of me, and just everything becomes difficult. Even getting out of bed becomes difficult. This week, no problems. Even on Friday, on day 5, I actually woke up a bit late, but I wasn't stressing. It was just like, okay, just get ready and go, and that's it. The point that I'm getting at is basically I don't think there's going to be any magical number of carbs or protein that is going to make this situation easy, that I'm gonna come back here after each day and just think, okay, that was fine. It's not going to make it easy. What it is going to do is it's going to my ability to continue will just increase. That's what I think. Because even I was kind of thinking, like, even doubling the amount of carbs that I'm taking, it starts to become almost almost like eating a meal every hour. I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know. All of this is new to me. I'm just exploring, right? I would find it hard to be comfortable eating that much. It's fucking, I'm struggling to remember to eat what I'm eating at the minute. But anyway, so ability to continue, right, okay. Now, for me, there's always like this little voice in my head talking, right, saying that this is too much, this is too hard. Wouldn't it be better if we stopped, sat down, go home, get comfortable, all these types of things, right? Now, the voice is still there this week. The voice was definitely still there, but it was definitely less. The volume was less. The amount of conversations that I was having with myself, like some fucking lunatic, was less, right? And that was really the thing that I wanted to achieve from this, was the increase in carbs, the addition of protein as well during the day, the hydration and the electrolytes, because I already know that without them, what I have been doing, is extremely difficult, because there's this fight in your mind, right? Conversations, it is basically a fight, right? Do these 4 things have an impact? Yes, they fucking do have a massive impact, right? Now I've got a baseline. I just need to work from that, okay? Right, the other thing, calling strategy, right, is really, really important. Riding in a city, it's not just the heat from the sun, but the heat from everything else. Vehicles, cars, buildings, roads, and then your body as well. Your body is creating heat. So, having a cooling strategy is incredibly important. Now, I was reading on the most recent rest week that I had, rest week, recovery week. I was reading about Tour de France riders, right? How when they are, as they're riding, they have like fans and like part of their team and stuff holding out bottles of water, and they just take these bottles and just squirt it like all over their face, all over their jerseys and everything, to cool them down. So this is what I just had an idea. I hope it's water that they're pouring. But anyway, this is shows you where my head's at, right? This is something that I fucking and that's thrown me a bit now. This is something that I have been trying this week, and it is fucking awesome, right? Going into pick up a job, right? And you turn up, being all being all professional, right? And you take the things, you put it in your bag, and you go outside, and then you stand on the road with this bottle of water and pouring it over your head. Oh Jesus! But it was. People do look at you and they wonder what the fuck is going on, but they realise, right, that it's hot. Okay, wearing a helmet My helmet's up there. Wearing a helmet in the heat, it really does just amplify how hot everything is, right? And it just fucking cooks your brain. There's no other way from it. Just you can feel your head just painfully hot, right? So just taking this water, pouring it on your head, and then starting to ride. Okay. You get the air. It's like I've found a new invention, right? This isn't fucking new. This is like, people have been doing this since forever, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, just the cold air, the air on the cold water on your head, it just really cools you down. Goes down your neck, down your back and stuff like that, and it's much needed relief, right? And just having that break from the heat, it almost like resets, right? Also shadows, looking for shadows, trees, buildings, buses, any fucking thing. Especially when stopping at traffic lights, just stopping there in the shadow, out of the heat, even for a few seconds, it makes a massive difference, right? Because if you do that throughout the day, a couple of seconds here, a couple of seconds there, when you're talking about a 12-hour day, you would kind of say, okay, maybe 90% of it, or 80% of it is actually outside, right? 9. It's actually 75%. 75% of the day is actually outside. I'm thinking of the my times on Strava, right? My riding time is about 9 hours, and my elapsed time is 12 hours, right? So 75% of it is going to be outside, right? The other 25% I'm going to be in picking up a job or dropping it off, right? So of that 9 hours, let's say drop that down by 10%, right? So you're talking now 7.5 hours. It makes a big difference. When you're talking about plus 30 degrees Celsius. The other thing, long sleeve shirts, right? My arm was turning into leather, right? It was getting really quite, I'm going to say concerning, the feeling of the sun on my skin, right? So I have these, they're all in the I have these long sleeve jerseys, it just made the situation much better, right? And this is the thing, right? You're talking about small things, long sleeve jerseys, the shadows, taking time out of the sun while riding, right? The water on your head, the electrolytes as well, because there was a time when, like, kind of I was drinking water, and just thinking, like, fuck, I still feel thirsty. Like, why am I still feeling so? Because I haven't taken any electrolytes, right? Now the penny drops, right? These little things, doing one of them by itself will make a difference. Doing them all together has really improved how this week has been, right? Now, next week we continue on to week 2 of phase 3, right? It's going to be 204 kilometers each day, I was just thinking, this is the second time that I've done, although it's the third time that I've done week 1, because the first time I actually failed it. Failed is such a bad word. The first time I did week 1 of phase 3, I couldn't continue, right? The second time, I couldn't continue on week 3 of phase 3. So this is the third attempt. Even attempt sounds a bit weak. This is the third crack. Anyway, this is the third time I'm doing phase 3, right? Although it's the third time I'm doing phase 3, oh fucking hell, I shouldn't have started this. This is the second time I'm doing week 2, right? Christ, I might edit that shit out, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so my second crack at week 2, gonna be doing 204 kilometers, minimum 204 kilometers each day. Looking at the temperature, it's gonna be slightly less, like a couple of degrees less next week. So overall, more or less the same. The rules still apply. Making sure I eat, making sure I'm taking electrolytes, making sure long sleeve shirts, water on the head, drinking water. Fucking how expensive is water these days? Like, I'm such a tight ass, I swear to God. Going into the shop and spending £2 on a litre bottle of water and just thinking like, I can get this out of the tap for free at home. But anyway, yeah. All of these things still stay the same. I will be a bit more disciplined, not a bit more, I will be more disciplined, keeping proper keeping proper account of what I'm eating, because like I said, days 3, 4 and 5, slightly came off I came off the nutrition plan, right? Data is incredibly important, because at the end of the day, if something is going good, you don't know why. If something is going bad, you don't know why. I need to have these numbers. I'm really starting to take this seriously now, given what's happened. Yeah, I already know that determination will push me so far, but the thing is where I need to go, determination isn't enough. So I need to really get into the detail of this. But anyway, I think that's everything. Yeah. Next week, week 2, let's go, right?